Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Karen. You can call me Kay, and I do everything literally for the day ones, the oldies. Hey K crew, welcome back. You know I love you. If you'd like to join the family, be part of the K crew, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel, and you know how to do it. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications so that way you're not missing out on any uploads. Welcome to a new video. This is gonna be a different kind of video. It's gonna be lessons I've learned in the 36 years of life. Yes guys, I recently turned 36 years, and as always I've just been so anxious over the years about just turning older and just looking at my life and feeling like I've not accomplished and not feeling satisfied with my life. But this year I was very intentional. I wanted to really celebrate myself. I felt like I had good reasons to just thank God for just giving me a new year. So I was just pondering about it, and I was thinking about what have I learned in the 36 years, what can I use to make the next 36 years amazing. So I came up with a list of things, and I have them in my notebook. I'll just be referring to them just so that I don't lose my train of thought. You know, I tend to do that a lot over here. Yeah, so let's get into it. So the last time I did this was 4 years ago, and I'm gonna leave that video in the cards above and in the description down below, so you can go and see what I had learned for my 32 years and just see how different, how it differs with my 36 list. So the first lesson has definitely been on self-love. I've just learned how important it is to have self-love. So I realized over the years I was just pouring into cups, into my loved ones' cups, you know, just pouring onto my loved ones and not really receiving it back. And that really put me in a very bad place where I resented my loved ones. So I figured, then what is the option? Because I love to love, I love to give, I love to do for my loved ones. And I figured the option was to first fill my cup. That way when I'm pouring into others, then I'm not expecting much back. And if I don't even receive anything back, I am just okay with that. So self-love has been a major point in my life in the recent times, and I just feel like it is very important, especially as a mother or a wife, or just, you know, like us women, we really suffer with this one because we are expected to give and give and give, and when we don't receive it back, then you might end up just resenting your loved ones. The second one has been, your body is your home. So you better take care of your body. Your body carries you. How you treat your body is how it will treat you back. So eating right, moving your body, making sure you get that workout in. I've actually been struggling with just moving my body, but I know it is very essential, and I try as much as possible to make sure that I put time aside once a day to at least move my body. When it comes to eating well, I try to eat a balanced diet. I also allow a little bit of indulgence, because my body, I tend to like just crave sweet things around a certain time. So I do not also like refuse to give myself that, because if I don't, then it also affects my mental health. So I've learned to have a balance of eating a nutritional diet, and also like being able to indulge in things that I love. Another thing that I'm learning is to listen to my body, because one thing the body will do, it whispers before it finally screams. So those small things that you're seeing, something like as easy as just not being able to catch your breath after a few flights of stairs, those are the things that just whisper to you. So listening to your body is very important. Also like trying to take medical tests that are necessary, so that you're able to catch on to anything as early as possible, if at all there's anything. So listening to your body is very important. Rest is productive. You should never ever like work your body to burn out. Just watch out for things like headaches, constant headaches, stomach aches, irritability, like reduced performance. Maybe you're not performing very well at work, you're always super tired. Sometimes even things like not being able to catch your sleep, insomnia, those are things that actually whisper that you're not getting enough rest. So for me, that one, I am really prioritizing it, just to rest. I take as much rest as possible, and these days what I do is I make sure I am not guilt tripping myself about it. If I feel like I'm feeling quite tired, I'll sneak a nap even during the day, as I go about my day. Mental health matters. I think I want to really be an advocate for mental health. I know how much I have suffered with my mental health, and I wish one day I can be able to be vocal enough to bring out some issues out and just, make them aware. So things like therapy are something you should be considering if you feel like your mental health is suffering. For me, therapy has worked in the past. In recent times, I've not been able to afford a therapy session, but the next time I'm able to afford a therapy session, trust and believe me that I will be there, because you come out of there feeling so amazing. Things like journaling also work for me, and self-reflective sessions. I tend to have a lot of those these days, where I just sit and reflect and just journal down my feelings, my thoughts, and that has really been helping my mental health. Also, just praying. I've just recently just come to realize how much prayer has impacted my mental health, and every time I feel like I'm low, I will just go into prayer and I will come out of that feeling amazing. Having prayer partners, having people that hold you and pray for you, that has helped a lot. If you're able to, like, even if you feel like sometimes you can't even explain what is that thing you're feeling, have yourself checked out. You never know what diagnosis that might come out of it, because you want to live your life to the fullest. You don't want to live your life being crippled by feelings of anxiety, depression, and you don't even know what that is. Hydrating, stretching, deep breaths, that those small habits that make a huge difference. Something as simple as just a 10-minute deep breath session, where you're just sitting, inhaling deep and exhaling, releasing, just stretching your body. Those little movements. Aging is a privilege, and I think I didn't actually just realize this until recently, when I figured, why am I so scared of getting older? It does not matter what I have not achieved, what I have achieved. Aging is a privilege that I should embrace with gratitude. So for this birthday, I was so vocal. I was out and about telling everyone that it's my birthday, and not being ashamed of it, not like thinking too much about where I am at in my life as a 36-year-old woman, but just appreciating that blessing of life. Like, I can speak, I can walk, I can talk, I can see. My body is healthy. I'm just so thankful to God, and I'm so thankful that He granted me another year. I'm so blessed. I want to make the most of this year. I want to make the most of my 36th year of life, and just appreciate God as much as I can in every single way. I'll proclaim His name. I'll just say it's because of Him I'm here today. Because, guys, I should come back with a story time, because sometimes when you sit and think, how life had taken you, that you never saw yourself turning a year older. I'll come back when I get more courage to speak about mental health matters. But I'm so grateful that I saw another year in my life. Don't wait for a health scare so that you can prioritize yourself. Prioritizing your mental health, prioritizing your physical health. Don't wait until like you're fainted at work or on the road for you to realize what's happening to me. Just as I was saying, being able to just move your body, take care of your body, if you can afford it, do medical tests that can check every organ of your body. Actually, there is this lab, it's called, I think, Metropolis. They always send me those offers, and I think one of these days I should grab that opportunity and be able to do a full body analysis, because I don't want to be that kind of person that didn't know what was happening to them. Like, yeah, so if you're able to afford a medical analysis, a full body analysis, that would be amazing. Gratitude changes everything. Just focusing on what I have rather than what I lack, that has been an amazing lesson for me, to be honest. For so long I would focus on what I'm lacking. Well, why don't I have this? And especially now when I was turning, when I realized I'm turning 36, I still don't have so much. Like I felt like I was lagging behind, but then I realized I have so much. I have a daughter. I'm an amazing mother. I have so much that I can thank God for. Just appreciating, just being grateful for what I have rather than what I'm lacking. As I wait for those things that I am believing God for, that gratitude changes everything. I cannot control everything. Just trust the process. Let go, trust the process. For so long, for so many years, I've just been trying to change stuff around me, just trying to control the outcomes of things and just trying to, change the narrative of certain things. And I just figured I'm just gonna trust the process. I'm going to let everything flow and see what happens. And a lot has changed, and I'm so happy that I actually learned to let go. I learned to stop controlling things and stop controlling outcomes. And it's something I'm even working on, even with my spirituality. I find that I pray to God, but I also want to control the outcomes of my prayers. Like, I'll tell him, do this if instead of just truly leaving it to God to do it for you. That control, just learning to let go of control has been one thing that has been so difficult for me. But now I am learning that I can't control everything. Some things I just have to wait and see how it unfolds. Learning to trust. I'm just learning to trust the process and see where things go. That simplicity brings peace. More things does not equal to more happiness. So I used to be one of those people, like I was a maximalist. I want everything. If I want something, I want it now. Just being, what do we call it? Yeah, but I'm just learning that just being comfortable with what I have now will bring much more peace, much more happiness than if I had it all. Maybe if I had everything, I would still not be happy. I would still be looking for more. God's timing is perfect. I'm just learning that God's plans unfold exactly as they should. And I'm just learning to not ask God questions. His timing is perfect. Everything, like even things I've prayed for that have come to pass much later, and I'm realizing this was just God. This was just God working. Every plan of His unfolds exactly as it should. And I'm just learning to trust and believe that this is actually God working, and this is what He actually wants for my life. Seasons change. Oftentimes, what is disguised as an ending is actually a beginning. So I'm currently in a season, and I'm just learning to appreciate that it's actually the beginning of something better for me. And just not lingering too much at the closed door. I did that for so long. Like, I lingered at the closed door for so long, and I almost felt like I wasted my time. But just going back to the previous point, where everything unfolds exactly as it should, that reminds me that I am exactly where I need to be. The season I'm in right now is exactly where I need to be. And a lot of things have changed. A lot of confirmations have come out of being in this new season. And it's just a blessing. It's just an amazing realization that I've come to. And I'm so blessed to just realize that God restores lost time. And one thing I know is that God will restore those years. He will redeem me. Anywhere I felt like I'd lost time or just wasted years, He's gonna restore them. And I'm so blessed just knowing that God will restore the lost time. That's an amazing revelation. That's an amazing realization for me, because I was beating myself so hard about the fact that I've wasted so much time. Like, what did I do with my 20s? What did I do with my 30s? Here I am heading to my 40s and, struggling. But I thank God, because He says He will restore me. He will redeem me. All the lost time, all the lost years, what the locust has eaten will be restored to me. Boundaries are not mean. They are what you need for your peace. If you feel like somewhere your boundaries are being neglected, where your boundaries are being ignored, keep your boundaries. Be very adamant about your boundaries. They are not mean. Trust me, you're not being a mean person. If you block that person, if you remove them from your life, if you just don't want to be in their space anymore, it's not mean. It's not mean of you. It's just for your peace, for your own peace. And what are we looking for? That peace of mind, that stable mental state. Because you don't want to always be anxious and depressed. If you are able to keep your boundaries, if you're able to have your boundaries respected and followed, then that's only for your own good, for your own peace. It's okay to ask for help. Strength does not mean you're doing everything by yourself. And I have now come to see it, especially now in this season I'm in, where I am opening up a lot more to people and to my circle, and I'm able to receive that help, because I didn't pretend and I didn't hide and I didn't pretend to be strong and do it by myself, because that can lead to burnout and exhaustion and things like just depression. Faith over fear always. So the thing is, fear paralyzes but faith propels. So I've learned to just be to trust, to have faith, especially in God, because I dwelt so much on my fears and it kept paralyzing me. I was in so much anxiety. I was dealing with so much anxiety over things that I know if I just leave to God, I will just see a difference and things working for me. So I'm learning to really put faith over fear and just letting go of my fear. And it's not an easy thing, actually. It's not easy. Being someone that has just had this kind of mindset for so long, where I'm always fearful, where I'm always scared of the next thing, scared of what is next. It's so hard. It's actually really hard, but I'm now learning that anytime I feel fear creeping in, that's where I am applying my faith. That's where I'm applying faith and applying the word of God that says I should not fear. I should trust Him, because God will do it for me. Healing is not linear. If anyone ever lied to you that you can, heal in a straight line, like have progress from day 1 to maybe day 30, they lied to you. Healing is not linear, and I'll tell you this for sure. I've had days when I felt I was so okay, and then the next day I would be totally down. And especially like even with therapy, I would feel like, am I wasting my time? Am I wasting money? Or what is it? What's happening? But my therapist has always told me healing is not linear, and you have to allow yourself that space to know that you can't always be okay. You're human, and especially like us women who have like crazy hormones playing with everything, and then add some mental, instabilities here and there. Healing is so hard. So just accept your good days, just accept your bad days, learn to take them with grace, learn to take them with you learn each day, take each day as it is, and just appreciate it for what it is. So for days when I'm okay, when I'm happy and everything, I'm so productive, I'll do everything. And when I feel my low days coming, that's my time for me to take like 3 naps a day, sleep in, go to bed earlier than I would normally do, eat whatever I want. I'm just giving myself that grace because it's life. Healing definitely starts with honesty, admitting the truth. Many times are the times when we just don't want to really admit exactly what's happening, but saying the thing for what it is will bring healing. That honesty will bring your healing. Admitting the truth will bring will bring healing. So in as much as we don't expect the healing to be linear, just accept that first you have to be honest with yourself, honest with with the therapist. Let me tell you guys, the first time I went to therapy, I thought I could hide, I thought I could lie, but they could see through me. And I started learning how to let go, how to be more open, how to be more vocal, and that has actually been a key factor in my healing. I find confessing even my sins to God more easier, because it's so funny, like as humans we are just so funny. You can be there sinning and you go to God in prayer and you don't even want to tell God that thing you've done that is a sin. So and actually I love how our church prayer model is. It's the acronym ACTS, ACTS, that is adoration, confession, thanksgiving, and then supplication. And I always love when it comes to confession. Ever since I started confessing my sins to God and asking for forgiveness, I'm able now to even notice when I'm actually sinning. So that honesty with yourself, with your friends, with your partner, with your therapist, and especially with God, will be your starting point for healing. The next point that I am learning, and has been such a painful learning process, is knowing that love should not be begged for. If you feel like you have to beg to be seen, to be valued, to be heard, then you're definitely in the wrong place. So if it's not coming freely, if it's not flowing, don't force it. If you're forcing love, then you're definitely in the wrong place. And that has been a very difficult lesson for me to learn. Motherhood is a great gift. For me, it's my greatest gift. My daughter, for me, is the purest reflections of God's amazing love for me. Just him trusting me to parent her despite my imperfections is just an amazing realization. And I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed to be a mother. I'm so blessed to be able to parent my daughter, and I'm so grateful. And for this coming year, I really want to be intentional. I want to put aside my own struggles so that I'm able to also help her through our own struggles. I want to be able to not really, judge myself so harshly, because in the past, I'm even coming. I think I should come with a video of the lessons I've learned as a mom, especially now that I have a 10-year-old. Yeah, so learning how to not judge myself so harshly is a lesson that I am learning. Silence speaks volumes. Trust the actions of people. When that thing they're not saying, just look at the action. You'll get your answer from that. Because one thing we cannot manipulate is our actions. We can manipulate our words. I can tell you, for example, that I really care about you, but my actions are going to always snitch on me. Maybe you'll call me, you need me to come to you at a certain time, and I'm not there for you. That's the action you should be looking out for. Actions will always speak louder than words. If you're looking for a certain answer and you can't get it through words, like you can't get the answer straight away, just look at the actions. Whatever these people are doing is what will tell you what you need to do. What is the answer to that question you're asking. My voice matters, and just learning to speak up for myself and not letting my fears keep me, silence me. And this one even has been something that I've even been challenged by my own daughter. Letizia always challenges me to speak up for myself. Like, I'll complain about something and she'll be like you remember many vlogs ago last year when I was complaining about the Uber, and she told me, "Mommy, why didn't you tell them to close the window?" So learning to speak for myself, knowing that my voice actually matters, that my voice has power, is something I'm learning now, and very much so. And I feel like it's actually something I should do more often, because my daughter is watching. She's watching everything I do. If I don't speak up for myself, what am I teaching her? What am I teaching her? That she can take whatever nonsense, whatever BS people give her and take it seated? No. So learning how to speak for myself has become a great lesson that I am learning. Growth is uncomfortable. Guys, let me say it again. Growth is uncomfortable. But do you know what is worse? Staying stagnant. So learning to embrace growth, learning to be uncomfortable as you progress, knowing that whatever is changing for you is something for the better. Learning to embrace stages of life and learning has been a major lesson for me. Just, no, I never want to I never want to be stagnant. I never want to be stagnant. I'd rather change. I would rather change continuously. I'd rather be in different seasons continuously than be in the same place without seeing any growth. And I'm so glad that I'm learning that now. It's a very key lesson for me, especially in the season that I am in right now. Not all battles are mine to fight. Some are for God to carry for you. That is, if you read the book of Psalms 55 verse 22, where he says, bring your burdens. Actually, let me just read from the Bible. I don't want to be paraphrasing. So Psalms 55:22 says, give your burdens to the Lord and he will take care of you. He will not permit the godly to slip and fall. I've learned to let it go and let God be. Like, I just want God to work for me. I want God to carry my burden. I want God to take this pain. I want God to take my shame. I want God to just, do what he has promised in his word. Financial dependence is dangerous. I feel for me that has been my major source of anxiety for so many years. Surrendering your security to someone else is dangerous. And for me now, my greatest motivation for a better future, for stability and independence, is fueled by my daughter's future. Yeah, that's where I'm at, guys. I won't lie. That's where I'm at. No shame. No shame, guys. That's where I'm at. No shame. God is my provider. I'm learning that now. Just the same way children will look up to their parents, expecting that meal, expecting their fees to be paid, is the same way I am looking up to God. The same way I'm looking up to God, trusting Him, believing that He's going to provide for me. Forgiveness is for me, it's for my own peace. And forgiveness does not mean that I'm excusing the behaviors, I'm excusing the pain or allowing harm, but it's just allowing me to be able to thrive, to be able to live without carrying this burden, to continue living without carrying this pain. And you remember a few Sundays ago, and I think I shared here, that when we carried out that exercise in church, I've been so free since then. Just being able to fully release and forgive. And I won't say that forgiveness is something that happens once also. It's a learning, and also it's like a learning process. For me, I find like there are days when I just maybe remember some hurts of the past and, linger onto it for a while. But the thing also I've learned is I can't be expecting God's forgiveness if I can't forgive. So very quickly I go back to confession and release that spirit of unforgiveness, that sin of unforgiveness. Replace it with forgiveness, replace it with love. Guys, if you're carrying someone, if you're still in a place of unforgiveness, I pray to God that you're able to come to a place of forgiveness, because that one is gonna release you in ways that you never expected. It's gonna unlock some doors for you that you never knew were being closed by unforgiveness. And I'm telling you this because I've seen it working for me. Release, let go. There's a time I used to say I can't forgive, I'm not Jesus. I would be so hard on it, and I carried people for so long, like I really when Jesus said forgive 77 times, He knew what He was saying. So forgiveness is for you, it's for your own peace, it's for your own good. You don't mind about those people you're forgiving, you first forgive them. And also pray that if there's someone you've wronged, that they forgive you. If you know someone that you've wronged, please go to them, ask for forgiveness. It's gonna be a very freeing feeling and a freeing thing for you. Trust me, I'm telling you, I've seen it. My intuition is a gift, and I'm telling you this because I ignored my intuition for so long. And I just want you to learn to trust your gut, learn to trust your intuition. If you're one person that always has that gut feeling, that thought before you move or before you do something, before something happens, before learn to listen to your inner self, guys. Learn to listen to your gut. It's actually called a gut feeling because you actually feel it here. So if you have that feeling, learn to trust it. Learn to try and see what is my gut telling me, because more often than not, it is warning you. More often than not, it is warning you so that you don't end up in a place of hurt, or in a place of pain, or in a place that you might end up regretting. So like for me, I have actually been in a place where I've been asking God consistently to just forgive me, because I believe that God has spoken to me so many times before, and I have ignored him. Because I did not know him. I did not actually think it was him speaking to me. But to be honest, let me tell you, one thing that has been happening to me consistently for years is dreams. And I will dream something, and 2 weeks later it happens exactly the way I dreamt it. But I never thought about it for a while, until now I'm in my salvation journey, that I'm starting to actually hear God's voice. And God, let me tell you guys, this is just amazing. I can tell you of many incidents where I had a dream and it came out exactly like that. So now I'm learning, when I have these kind of dreams, to just use that opportunity God is giving me to either protect myself or warn others, because I've actually had dreams or even of people and I never warned them. And it happened, and I felt so bad when I remembered that I actually had a dream about that thing that happened. The enemy thrives in isolation. I now know how important my community is. I now know how important it is to have people around me, either friends, family. And the enemy is gonna lie to you. The enemy will lie to you. They'll tell you how you're not good enough, how you can never be good enough. They will use your shame so that you can keep away from community. I'm telling you guys, since I started allowing people into my space, since I started like I even had friends I'd let go. I had friends I was not talking to for no reason at all. But the enemy was really working overtime there. He was really working overtime, and for so long I let my shame keep me away. I let outside noise keep me away. But now that I'm letting community, allowing people around me, I'm now seeing how important it is to have community. The devil doesn't have room in my life anymore. That little voice, it's gone. And when it comes back, I shush it very fast, because hey, let me tell you, being a homebody, calling myself an introvert, saying I have social anxiety, it was all the devil. Yes, and outside noise. Yeah, lying to me that I could do it all by myself. I can't do it all by myself. I need community. I need people around me. And I'm now realizing it, how important it is to have people around me. Happiness is an inside job. Stop relying on people to make you happy. If it's flowers you love, buy yourself flowers. And I think for me, this was so clear for me. I think last year, we got to almost the end of the year, and I realized I had not had flowers for the whole year. Days had come, important days had come, and they had passed, and I had not received flowers. And I was feeling so sorry for myself until I started learning self-love and self-care, and now realizing that happiness, my own happiness, is my own job. It's my own job to make myself happy. And I just realized very much late that happiness, relying on people for happiness, is gonna kill you. So I just learned that if it's something that I love, I'll do it for myself. They can either learn how to love me because I do it for myself that way, instead of waiting. Anyway, I learned the hard way, and it's okay. I really learned the hard way. It was so painful, but I finally learned the hard way. Guys, speaking of flowers, I need flowers. I want flowers. Yeah, trust me, the next coin I get, I'm buying myself flowers, because your flowers make me happy. I did my nails, so I'm making myself happy, to be honest, and that's an amazing thing I'm learning. Happiness, your own happiness, is your own job. Stop relying on people for happiness. You're gonna die a slow death, waiting to be loved. God removes to replace. I didn't understand this for so long, but I'm now starting to see how losing some certain things, losing certain things, and just not being in what I used to know for so long, how it has been God's plan to bring replacement. I have a community, I have a circle of people around me, and I'm just learning not to stay so long at the closed door. Don't stay so long at the closed door. Watch out for the one that is opening for you. So if you see like something is not working, maybe just look around. Maybe you're just being called to something else. And for me, that has been a major lesson in this season I am in. Learning to watch out for that door that's opening. And for me, that has been, replaced by so much love from people, my community, my circle. I feel so loved. Like, sometimes I even feel overwhelmed because I can't tell you the last time I experienced, so much care. Yeah, so that's an amazing lesson that I'm learning, that God will remove to replace. God is not going to remove stuff or people from your life to leave you there in pain or, hopeless. He's going to replace with what you actually need, what is actually needed for you, what is going to make you a better person. And for me, that's where I am at, and I'm so grateful for that. Comparison is a thief of joy. I'm learning to look out to my own journey and not so much to others. I can only look to them for inspiration and stuff like that, but not really to compare, because I don't want to feel sorry for myself. I don't want to feel like I am not enough, like I'm not doing enough yet. Whatever is for me is coming. So just learning not to compare myself, not to compare my journey with anyone, just to accept where I'm at and to see what am I being told in that season? What am I learning in this season? What am I learning in this season that is going to move me to the next season where I am a better, more fulfilled human being? Yes, so I'm no longer comparing myself to anyone. I'm very much okay being a mother of one instead of, a mother of 2 or 3. And it's amazing because, for so long I just struggled with the fact that, especially when it came to motherhood, I felt so bad that I ended up having, angel babies, and I think this is something I should bring on much later in the season. Just wondering why did I end up only with one child and stuff like that. But now I'm learning to appreciate and not compare myself to any other person. And so many other things, so many areas of my life where I looked at someone else, maybe my age, or and wondered why don't I have that? Why don't I have the same thing as them? Why did I not do it like this and also succeed just the same as them? So comparison, I'm no longer comparing myself to anyone. My journey is my own, and I'm taking it as it is and learning a day at a time. I am allowed to dream again, and it's just amazing to know that I can do it. I can do it. I felt for so long that I'm starting late, How did I end up here? How did I end up here as a 36-year-old woman? With all these anxieties and, all these fears and all this uncertainty. But I'm just assured by the fact that I am allowed to dream again, no matter what my age. Like, I was so reassured by my subbies, and I'm so thankful to everyone that came onto that vlog and told me their stories, and some came to also my DMs on IG and encouraged me and gave me their own testimonies. And from that point on, I was like, what am I actually worried about? Because because I know my trajectory, I know what has happened in my life, I know what has happened in the, what I was doing in my 20s, I know what I was doing in my 30s. Why am I feeling the way I am feeling now? So if someone can tell me that they made it, they started over at 40 and made it, gave me a testimony of how they made it. And especially now that I am more spiritual, I know I am now born again, and I understand how God works for me. I don't know why I was so anxious about life. I am allowed to dream again, and it does not matter if I'm starting at 36 or 30 whatever. It's my own journey, and I'll do it at my own pace. That's what I'm gonna do. My past does not define my future. I feel like every day I get a chance to rewrite my story. Every day I get a chance to just walk a journey again. Every day I get a new chance to just be a different person, do different things, allowing myself grace each day, and just accepting that my past cannot hold me back. I cannot, actually, no one, actually, that is the work of the devil. That's what the devil is telling me. Oh, you remember? What were you doing that year? Why didn't you take that opportunity? I can't be held back by my past. It's not gonna hold me back anymore, because I've struggled with this one for so long. I'm telling you guys, I've struggled. I've struggled for so long, but now I'm realizing why should my past hold me back? It's the past. What God has promised me for the future is much brighter, and I'm just looking on to the future. I'm just taking each day as it comes. I'm taking each moment that I'm given to just take full advantage of every opportunity I get, just to rewrite my story. And I know with God I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it so perfectly. It's gonna be a great testimony. Like, I can't wait to see what the Lord does for me, and just how amazing my life turns out, because I proclaim it. I know it's gonna be amazing. I want people to just say, hey, you remember Karen? Hey, that time, she was so bad. Oh, she was so down. Look at her now. I want one day to be, that point of reference for someone else that will be at that point, because I've been blessed with that. I've been blessed with people who gave me their testimonies. I've been blessed with, just the word of God that assures me every day that my past cannot define my future. It can never define my future. And I'm so blessed by that. It's an amazing lesson. The next one, and this has been a major one for me, is that rededicating my life back to Christ has been my reset. And I can tell you honestly, in the last 3 months that I've been on this spiritual journey, I can tell you that a lot has changed. A lot has changed. My mindset, just how I do my things, how I think about things, there's been a great shift. And just learning that starting over, even in Christ, there's no shame in that. You are allowed to fall. You are allowed to find your way back. And for me, that has been a major one. I felt like I was not deserving of this, because I felt like I really neglected his word for so long. I had really given him a backseat in my life. I had built so many altars in my life that replaced his place in my heart, and I think things had to happen the way they happened for me to find my way back to Christ. And this reset, just being in Christ, has been an amazing thing for me, and I can't wait to see where I go. I'm currently doing my Mizizi, finding God's purpose for me in this life. I'm about to graduate. I can't wait to be baptized again, and I can't wait to see what God has in plan for me. from his work, for his ministry, and a lot of other things. Loving myself is really non-negotiable. I'm learning to love myself again. That self-love, loving myself intentionally, just making sure that I do things for myself that are meant for me first, and just remembering that God loved me first. Then why should I not? Why should I not love myself as well? Just filling my cup first before I feel my loved ones. I have to apologize to my younger me, the past me, for really not loving her, for neglecting her needs and her voice, for, you know, just ignoring her. And now that we are on this journey of self-love, there's no looking back. It can only be up from here. Purpose is bigger than pain, and God is going to use my hardest lesson for his glory. I feel that I sort of almost blamed God for a lot of things, but now that I am learning that it is him that has put me in this season, and actually remembering that there were so many nights when I cried to God and asked him for this exact thing. So I'm gonna allow God to use my pain to be a lesson, to use my hardest season for something greater. I can't imagine the number of times I break down and, you know, remember his promise, and then I remember that how much I am loved, how much I am loved by God, and how much he has promised me that it's for me to claim. And I am allowing this season to really flow. I'm not holding back. I want to be the most authentic, my most authentic self, and just allow God to use me in this season. I'm allowing God to use me in this season, as hard as it can be, as, you know, painful as it can be, for his greatness. Starting over is not failure. It's definitely proof of courage, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. I think moving forward, I will always take the first opportunity to start over. I will not linger on for so long. I will not wait. I will not be held back by fear. Starting over is definitely something that opens you up for better things, for better opportunities, you know, and I'm now appreciating it so much now that I'm here. I'm really appreciating, I'm just appreciating how much courage it had to take me to do a lot of the things that I've done, and realizing that I'm not a failure. I'm just starting over. I'm just, you know, trusting for better, and that's all I have to do. The other one, and this one is also a very important one for me and very personal to me, is that my daughter is watching. I just want to show her what strength looks like, what resilience looks like, what faith looks like. I don't want to teach my daughter fear. I don't want to teach her to, you know, lay low and have things happen to her, or not have the courage to speak out for herself. I want her to, just by watching me, to know that this is what I'm supposed to do. If life becomes hard, if this happens to me, this is exactly what I'm supposed to do, because Mama did it. Mama was strong. Just by the mere fact that my daughter is watching me. And I think for so long I think most of my shame came from that. Just realizing that I'm not being a good example for my daughter. Just realizing that I'm taking things that I don't want her to take if she was ever in such a position. I don't know if I'm speaking to someone, but if you are a mother, especially to a daughter, there's so much responsibility that has been put on us as mothers, especially mothers of daughters, to be an example, to just lead so that they can follow. Yeah, And all I'm praying for now is that God just removes obstacles for her. For me, that's why I am learning, I'm allowing myself to forgive, so that it will end with me, so that it will never follow my daughter. Because guys, there's something so if you learn what these things do to your families and to your children, you would never want to walk in that path. And now myself, having walked there and having experienced it for so long, I can tell you, it will only take courage, it will only take, a lot of resilience for you to be able to parent and mother your daughters in a way that helps them in the future. It had gotten to a point where I realized my daughter was growing up and she was seeing so much, and I was not happy with what I was doing to her. So pray that you're able to have that courage, that strength to be able to be a better example for your daughters. Also pray that everything that is happening to you ends with you, that it never gets to your children. You don't want these things to be carried on for generations. Release your children from those bondages, and it will be an amazing thing. So for me, by the mere fact that my daughter is growing up and she's watching me, there's nothing I can do. Like, I have to be better. I have to do better for her. The other thing that I am learning now in my new season especially is I will never silence my dreams for love. I'll never let love take center stage in my life, because one thing I have learned is that love fades, love ends, love, inaishanga, it ends. So if I feel like if I'd known that earlier on, I would have been very adamant with a lot of things. But now that I'm learning this, I'm learning that I will never stop my dreams or minimize myself for love. If you are in a space where the love is right and what was commissioned for you or auditioned for you by God, it will not minimize your dreams. It will allow you to thrive. It will allow you to grow. It will allow you to be a better person. It will not watch you become a mere, reflection of yourself. So do not, and I hope I'm speaking to someone, if you're in a season where you feel like you're so in love, do not let love hold you back from your dreams. Do not let love stop you from becoming what you are meant to be. Because love ends. Love ends. You one day look at the person that you thought you loved so much, and you're like, what is this? Or just imagining someone that you thought loved you so much not loving you how you thought they loved you. That thing can break you. So just know love ends. Love ends unless you want to be there holding on to all the pain and everything, and love ends. I think that's for me. That's what I can tell you. So I hope if you're in love, it never ends for you. But never minimize yourself for love. Do not narrow yourself for love. Do not minimize your dreams for love. Dream big. If that love is the right one for you, it will make space for all those for everything that you're meant to be. Times reveal true friends, and I'm sure most of you have realized this in their lives. And for me, I think one thing I know is that I'm now realizing who my true friends are, just by the mere fact of how they will call me, find out if I'm okay, just spare their own time to just listen to me, talk to me, encourage me. And I feel so bad that most of these friends, I actually took them for granted for so long, or never really valued our friendship. And I feel like I actually hid so much, especially because I was drowning in shame. And but now what I know is that for the mere fact that these people have shown how much they truly care for me, I will never take them for granted again. I will never. And I'm now accepting that true adult friendships can actually work, guys, especially if they're led by God. And I'm so happy that most of my friends are people that know God and can encourage me even using scriptures. And it's an amazing thing. It's a blessing. I do not take it for granted. My best years are not the ones behind me. They are actually ahead. God is still writing my story. It's not over yet. I'm still, I want to say that I'm still young. In as much as I'm just looking at it like, oh my God, I'm almost at 40. But I want to believe that my best years are the ones that I have not yet lived, rather than, dwelling too much on the wasted years, my 20s. But if you are someone that is watching that is in your 20s, I would say please take advantage of your youth, take advantage of your younger years. Just take full advantage of your younger years and make the best of them. But for me, what I'm realizing is God is still writing my story, and I want to really believe that it's not over for me yet. I am still hoping God for so much more, and I can't wait to see what He does for me and what He does with me, and to see where I'm going. And it's an amazing thing. Just holding on to that faith, it's an amazing thing. I'm not alone. I definitely have God. I am surrounded by friends and family and a lot of love. And with God at the center of it all, nothing will be impossible. So I'm no longer wallowing in, self-pity. And to be honest, I'm no longer feeling lonely. Just accepting and releasing myself to the world, just opening myself to the world. I can say now I have friends. Like, I struggled because, but now I have people I can call, people I can talk to, people that call me, and I'm so excited to know that I am not alone. I am not alone. I have God, and most importantly, I have the people that He has put around me. I have my family. My family has come through in a great way for me, especially in this season. They've always been so close, but in this season I've seen amazing support from even like family that I can't even say why they were a bit distant, but I know it's my fault. But I'm glad that we are closing those gaps. And God is taking away my shame. I can, talk to them without feeling ashamed, and without, there's nothing to hide anymore. Like, I'm just an open book now. And I'm happy that the people God has put around me accept me for who I am, and it's a great thing. I am enough. I've always been enough. I'll always be enough. And this is something also I want my daughter to know. I don't want her to, have self-doubt, wondering if she's enough. I want her to know that she's okay the way she is, that she's enough. And for me, that is something that I am now learning and accepting. In the past, I really doubted and asked myself so many questions like, what is wrong with me? But now I'm realizing I'm actually enough. I'm a good mom, I'm a good sister, I'm a good daughter, and it's just amazing. And just accepting that I am who I am. I can't be anything more. I can't be anything less. They just have to accept me for who I am. My lights just went off, but I'm about to finish. So, and I have a call coming in. Okay. And lastly, I hope I have all the points. I stopped numbering them. But lastly is that I'm allowing myself more grace. I'm allowing myself more grace. I'm allowing myself to progress without judgment. If you remember, this is where we began, where I completely was feeling I was feeling like I'd failed. I was feeling like I had not made it. But I'm now allowing myself more grace and just taking a day at a time, realizing that my life is actually worth something, realizing that I'm actually truly loved and wanted here. It's something I really struggled with. I really struggled with wondering if I was wondering, life would surely have gone on even without me. But I thank God that He gave me this new opportunity, and I'm so thankful for life. I'm so thankful for health, and just that assurance. That assurance is just an amazing thing. Yeah. I'll never minimize myself again. I'll never hide again. Like, I'll never hide behind Letitia's birthday again. I don't know, for the mere fact that I gave birth to her on my birthday, I think it was something. I think it was God's message. It's actually a blessing that as she turns a year older, I'm also reminded that I'm actually also blessed in that way, to be able to be a mother, to be able to just see a new year it's a blessing. So yes, my life is actually worth celebrating. It's worth embracing, and I couldn't be more happier and proud of myself. I am a Kay, I'm talking to myself now. Kay, you're amazing, you're great, you're enough, you're loved and you're wanted. I keep affirming myself every day, and this time it's from a point of abundance. I'm just amazed by God's work and everything that is happening, everything I'm going through right now, where I am right now, and it's an amazing thing. So I'm so happy that you managed to watch all the way to the end. If you did, let me know what lessons you've learned in your life, what lessons resonated with you, and if you'd like to ask me a question, just leave it in the comment section or just come to my DM. I'm actually gonna be doing a get to know me assumptions Q&A kind of video. So if you want, you can just leave the questions down here in the comment section. You can come to the community post and ask away, or come to IG. You can ask me on there as well. I think I'll find time next week to sit down and film that video. So I appreciate you for watching this. If you liked it, give it a huge thumbs up, share with your friends, your families, and whoever really you think might want to see it. Also comment down with anything really, especially if it's something that resonates with you, or maybe a lesson that you're learning as well. Any word of encouragement would be appreciated. And I really appreciate you, K Crew. You are an amazing family. Even just being able to sit here and film is a blessing for me, because as I trust God for other things, I'm able to come on here each week and communicate and interact with you, which is an absolute blessing. You guys are my fam, and I love you. You're amazing. Keep supporting me, and God is gonna bless you. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.